Passing things back to Kayla, who's going to tell everyone about a very special program at CBTF. Thank you.
You're Regina and Rebecca and Hadley. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about one of our newest programs, even though it's been up and running for a little over a year now. Jenna's Friendship Circle is sponsored by our friends at the Jenna's Rainbow Foundation. And it started because our lives are so consumed by technology these days. And this program connects survivors the old-fashioned way through snail mail. Every other month, a group of our amazing volunteers sends notes and small gifts to survivors of all ages around the country. The program was inspired by one of the survivors who you'll meet today, talking about how special it was when she was in treatment to receive the items through the mail. Jenna's Friendship Circle is named after Jenna Camille, the inspiration of Jenna's Rainbow Foundation, who passed away from a brainstem tumor at the age of 7. Jenna's wish is that she wished the world would stay a rainbow, and we hope the Friendship Circle will help fulfill her wish to make the world a brighter place for survivors by helping them know that they are not alone. I would like to welcome some of the people who helped make Jenna's Friendship Circle a reality. Welcome, Ellery, Cam, Jason, Andrea, and Simone. I see Jason. Hi, Ellery. Let's see, everyone can put their videos on. Where everyone's getting set up, we can start with you three. So to our Jenna's Friendship Circle volunteers, can you just introduce yourself and tell us what you like most about being a volunteer for Jenna's Friendship Circle? Ellery, I think you're on mute.
You're on mute, Ellery.
Yeah, I got it. My name is Ellery Brannon. I was diagnosed with a tumor when I was 7, and that was 25 years ago. And I think as Kayla was saying, I had 6 weeks of radiation treatment, and my mother and I was a patient at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So our daily routine of radiation, eating, going to the chapel, going to MRIs and other appointments was my favorite part was going to the mailroom. And it was really exciting to get mail and get to sit down at a very special place in the hospital and to read all the letters from all the loving people we know. And so it's my favorite part of Friendship Circle is being able to give that opportunity to others even today, it's like I love going to the mailbox and not finding a bill, but actually a happy card. So it's like I love to picture that smiling face I'm giving to someone else.
Any of our other volunteers want to go ahead next?
I could go. I'm Jason Burris. I'm 40. I'm in Pipestone, Minnesota, and I had a brain tumor at age 7. My favorite thing about Jenna's Friendship Circle is the fact that I can help hopefully brighten someone's day who may be struggling, who is isolated, or maybe they had a bad day that day, and if they get something nice in the mail, it would help knowing that they matter and that they're not alone. They may not have friends or family or even be able to afford or go and do other things. And so the fact that you can send them a little something in the mail that may help brighten their day, that I think that's very beneficial.
Andrea?
I can go. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. I can hear.
Okay. Hi, I'm Andrea. I was diagnosed with a brain tumor when I was 15 months old. And I was off and on for chemo, the next 5 years. And then it came back when I was in 7th grade. And now I've been off of chemo around 5 years. And I really enjoy Jenna's friendship circle. I like how it is old-fashioned, like writing letters and putting it through the mail. And I also enjoy the fact that we can reach out to the community and it can reach many different people over or throughout the country.
Thank you, Andrea. Cam, do you have a little bit you would like to share?
Hey, my name's Cameron. I'm 24 and I'm from California. And I was diagnosed with craniopharyngioma at the age of 14. My favorite part about Jenna's friendship circle is probably connecting with other survivors of all different ages and, setting up a correspondence via snail mail. With Jenna's friendship circle, you don't necessarily have to write back. But it's nice to occasionally get a letter from someone who wants to write back. I also like choosing what kind of goodies we put in each package every other month. That's always pretty fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for all sharing. Now, Simone, you are on the other end of it and you're a recipient of the Jenna's Friendship Circle. So can you tell me a little bit about that and what makes it special to you?
Hi, I'm Simone and I'm 12 years old, and I've gone through chemo twice in my life, once when I was 4 and another when I was 11. And I was part of Jenna's Friendship Circle around the middle of it. And to know that other people were reaching out to me about their experiences and like just making my day better during chemo really helped me and just made my day and probably month a whole lot better, because they normally arrived around the time I just finished chemo for every cycle. So that was had a really positive impact on me.
Well, I'm really glad to hear that was your first encounter with Jenna's Friendship Circle. Now, do you have any questions for the volunteers about any of the notes that they create or anything about their participation?
No, not really.
Okay. Do you guys have any particular part of the friendship circle that you like being part of the best?
Well, I love even the few of us that are helping, like sending out the stuff every other month. And it's like we meet on the off months to figure out what we're going to send the next month, and all the ideas that get thrown out are great. And I love to hear that input that I wouldn't have come up with. For instance, this past month we sent out seeds for help grow flowers in whichever part of the country you live in, and that's a nice idea for the springtime. And again, it's like I like to picture those faces of growing a flower and then getting that image of just sniffing it and getting that great feeling of love of the season.
I love that. And I agree, the meetings, brainstorming and all of that really bring about some uniqueness I never would have thought of either. And I know one of the volunteers even once said that she feels like she gets just as much out of it, than she almost feels selfish for having so much fun when she's not one of the recipients. So that always stuck with me. And now a question for Simone. We read that you enjoy reading Greek mythology. We wanted to ask what your favorite myth is.
Oh, geez. I have a lot. If I'm being honest, I could probably narrow it down to 3, probably not 1. But definitely one of my favorites is the one with Persephone and Hades. I really love that story, and I would probably love to hear it 100 times over, because there's so many different versions. Especially with the book called Percy Jackson. There are a lot of Greek myths brought up into that book, and I love that book series so much. So if you like Greek mythology and you like sarcastic people, I would definitely recommend Percy Jackson for you because it's an amazing book. So
Awesome. And you are all survivors here, as we know. So can you tell us what is one thing you would want the world to know about being a brain tumor survivor?
this is more directed at kids than at people. I've always heard them make jokes about cancer, and as a personal like tumor survivor, that I would just like those people to know that like it's not necessarily okay for you to joke about that. It's not okay at all actually to joke about that, especially since you don't know if other people have gone through that or not. So that's more directed at kids than adults because most adults are a lot more considerate or at least able to think their words through than kids are. So that's probably one thing like people to know. Like be considerate of the people around you and what you tell.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Jason, anything you would like to share?
I just like to share that it's important to try to take care of your health after a brain tumor, and just because the tumor's gone doesn't mean that our health struggles are over. And with the tight-knit community here at CBTF and the programs that they provide, is very beneficial and helps with everyone's overall well-being.
Great. Pam, do you have anything you'd want to mention?
Well, one thing I want people to know about brain tumor survivors is that, despite our challenges, we are capable of many things. And just because we've gone through something difficult, it doesn't mean that we're less than. And we have a special type of determination, in my opinion, that helps us move forward and push through barriers and keep going and moving forward. So yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that, Cam. And Ellery, any words of wisdom for survivors?
Well, we, as you probably know, and as we keep growing up, we face daily difficulties that we can't even explain to others, let alone ourselves. I had an experience, an incident this past week that I really had to like come home and like just sit and think about for the longest time. On what exactly happened. I'm not gonna go in the whole story, but and like I hate wearing that brain tumor cape and pulling out that card and saying this is why this happened because I had a brain tumor. No one wants to use that as an excuse, but it's like when we make mistakes, don't judge us because maybe it's a human mistake that everybody can make, even though it's that other person. But it's also, it might be one that we could blame on our brain tumor, but not. It's hard for me to not let it beat you down. So I had to take that day and find something really great about it. And there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. And for me, it was just, looking outside and finding, looking at the different birds or just turning on really loud music and dancing to Disney music because that's who I am. So have fun, even though the hard times can get you down.
That's a great way to end it. And thank you all for being here and for sharing about Jenna's Friendship Circle, coordinating it, Kayla, making sure Creative Matter runs well, and really powerful statements there at the end. So thank you all for everything. And if you want to learn more about Jenna's Friendship Circle, there's a link in the chat. So we'll see you guys later and keep up the great work. Take care.
Thank you, Kayla. Thank you, Station.
Bye. Bye, everyone.